Hello everybody, it's time for a little more Shadowrun. When we last left off, we were going to go meet Stark at the Underground 93, I believe. Someone else taking my picture. Stark is, again, probably one of the best runners in the early game if you don't start out as a street samurai. Otherwise, well, if you are a street samurai, let's see, flustered woman passes you. A moment later, a grungy man passes in pursuit of the woman. The thug calls to his friends. Problem solving. Why can't I pick anything? Oh, grenades. That's why. Discard. 6 uses, 2 uses. Okay, that's better. Now, I can't remember quite where the Underground 93 is. I know the Wanderer. Ah, there's the Underground 93. It's known as the wildest bar in the sprawl. A troll bouncer screens the clientele and tosses anyone who gives him lip. I know you. You Joshua. You got good rep. Step inside. See that guy over there? That is Stark. Now if we step over here... Okay, never mind. I thought there was another fixer here. Let's go have a chat with Stark. Stark is here, sharpening his cyber razors. Joshua, any news of Michael's murderers? However I can help, I will. What is your story? He's in the Amerindian lands and have spent many years as a tribal warrior. The heritage and will allow nothing to mar it. When I heard strangers were entering our land for some unknown purpose, I went to the city to dig up some clues. It was there I met your brother. We became fast friends, and in the end, he was a blood brother. For some information. I need some questions answered. I know very little. Tell me about Michael's last Shadowrun. We're looking for an old elven tomb. Inside we hope to find a map, or at least part of a map. Michael knew I was important, but he would not share the reason with us. I'll talk to you later, chum. So, I would hire him, but I have a full party at the moment. And right now I believe I need to get back to the Sinsarak lands because I have a package for someone. Courier busy work. Why am I calling it taxi? Let's take the fast route. The female voice modulates from the pretty face on the vid. Sharky here, you looking for a ride, handsome? Yeah, I need to get to the Sinsarak. Need to bypass the Salashi visa checkpoint? Or maybe you want me to drop you off in the woods, like down by the Sinsarak. I also have a stash you may be interested in. I need to get to Sinsarak. I understand completely. That's quite a haul to do on foot. Quite a haul in my chopper, also. So with fare will be 5,000 new yen. Easy money. Okay, Hotshot, I'll meet you there in 10. Climb aboard and I'll have you there fast and you can say vertical takeoff and landing. She arrives on schedule and you soon arrive in the wilderness. Right outside the Sinsarak lands. Yeah, I need to speak to the elders. The elders assemble and Lady Jillian steps forward. You present Lady Jillian with Red Buffalo Woman's return offering. Thank you, Joshua. With the delivery of this package, you have completed the first test of the ritual. The next is the trial of fellowship. Long has Eileen Two-Fist been away from us. She left 2 years ago to seek her fortune in the sprawl, but no one has seen her since. Return Eileen to us. By this you will prove your fellowship. Yeah, I need to get back to town. Give me a ride back. Now, I know where Eileen is, but I need to identify where she is. Now, if I recall, old Gunderson will know. Eileen is another street samurai who has a fondness for throwing grenades. I need some information, Gunderson. Need some questions answered. Huh. Let's ask him about Vigore. Hear about the new blood, have you? He's the new man on the streets. His contract seemed a little too good, if you ask me. His profits must be a serious shade of red with the rates he's offering. Makes me wonder why he's been poking around in the rat's nest. Hey, you thinking about making a deal with him? After all we've been through? That's gratitude. Talk to you later, chum. Let's see. Let's have a chat with another fixer. Maybe Julius Strowther will know. Hama, where's the matchstick? There we go. Let's have a little chat with Julius. Some questions answered. Let's see what he knows about Mortimer Reed. This guy is a major thorn in my side. He's the competition who doesn't play fair, if you catch my drift. I'd watch myself if I were you. There was a contract out on that guy. You can't trust him. Alright, well, let's see what if Mortimer Reed knows anything about him. Maybe Caleb Brightmore? We're in the downtown area. Might as well check. The Icarus descending. I'd like to go in. I'm looking for some information. Need some questions. Ever hear of Eileen Two-Fists? Eileen? She's doing serious time for a botched run against Ares. She got set up by some of her buddies to take the fall while they got rich. She's on a cot somewhere in Hollywood Correctional. I got another question. What do you know about someone named Thawne? A new player in the Seattle Shadows. Nobody knows from where he came, but he has moved quickly to make a name for himself among the shadowy elite. His motives remain a mystery. Tell me about Ito Ogami, the newly arrived Rinraku headhunter. He's part of their special projects team. Was a part of their special projects team. If there's a problem, someone like Ogami gets sent in to clean up the situation. He's got a good rep in Japan, but nothing here. Yet. I'll talk to you later, chum. Alright, we know where Eileen is now. Hollywood Correctional. Now, I could get a pass, or I could go in guns blazing, which is comparatively free. And, frankly, what's a breakout without a little action? This is why I kept the frag grenades. Or I should have kept the frag grenades, at least. Go me. Oh yeah, that reminds me of a bit of miscellaneous equipment I wanted to buy before I did this. And I may have to come back after getting it. A security guard toting an SMG meets you at the gate. What are you, a tourist? Leave this facility immediately. Open fire on the guard post. You open fire on the guards. Your shots miss the mark and soon the guards are returning fire. Wow. Okay. I like that there's no, change of condition here. You kill the first guard and he slumps over the controls that open the gate. You dash into the prison with the other guards hot on your trail. Let's get Eileen out of here. Well, this guy doesn't care anymore. This one's smart. He's not picking any fights. He saw what happened to the other guys. There's Eileen. Then gracefully leaps into a cat-like fighting stance as you enter. You briefly explain your involvement with the Sin Serac and your purpose for being here. She smiles and reaches under her cot, pulling out a crude but workable homemade pistol. Love that prison shop class. She points to the ventilation duct in the hallway. Help me with this grate. I've got a few scores to settle. Between the two of you, the grate is dismantled in record time. Thanks, chum. When I get out of here, I have some biz to discuss with Gunderson. So if you want my help, I'll be at the jump house in Redmond. She scurries into the duct, which is too small for your bulk. Looks like you'll have to risk the front door again. Well, that covers that part of the trial. Well, that wasn't so bad. We'll be getting her story soon enough. There are a couple of other runners I'd like to meet, but I don't remember exactly where they are. Let's go talk with Eileen. Get her story. Eileen Two-Fists is here. What can I do for you, Joshua? What's your story? I went to the Barrens to find some action. the time, I thought my life needed some adventure. Anyway, I got involved with these Joy Boys who tell me that they know how to get their hands on some serious new yin. So I hook up with them on this run against Ares, and what do you know? My buddy set off the alarm while I was checking ahead. Before I knew what hit me, corpse strike teams were swarming all over, and I ended up in Hollywood Pen. I'll always be grateful for pulling me out of that hole, Josh. Well, I need some questions answered. What do you know about someone named Thawne? Word inside was he's new to Seattle and he came here looking for something. Nobody knows what. He was rumored to be working with Raku on something, maybe related. I also heard that one of Thawne's lieutenants is named Vigore. He did some time in Hollywood, but I stayed out of his way. What can you tell me about Elysia? He was a hero to my people. His deeds are legend, but they are best spoken of by someone more gifted than I in his lore. The elders believe his name still carries power, but most of the young doubt it. Alright, I'll talk to you later, chum. Alright, let's call Sharky. We're heading back to the Sinsarak. Easy money, I'll pay. Oh wow, there's a new response now. I'll show you the Lodge of the Elders. The Elders assemble and Lady Jillian steps forward. We receive word that all is well with Eileen. We are very gracious, but there is still the last part of the ritual to complete. Thirdly, will you promise to aid, defend, and respect the Sinsarak, both for the land and the people for the rest of your days? Simply answer yes. Thereby you will prove your faithfulness. She leads you outside where an initiation ceremony has begun. The entire elf tribe of Sinsarak is assembled outside. This individual known as Joshua has proven himself worthy to be called a friend of the Sinsarak. We grant him honorary status in our tribe. May Elysia, our first chief, watch over Joshua as he watches over the actions of all the tribe. The tribe begins an elvish chant, then silence fills the air. Slowly they each come up, rest their hands on your shoulders, and call you brother. Lady Jillian then invites you back into the elders' chambers. Now that you are an honorary member of the tribe, I can answer your questions. What can you tell me about Elysia? He's the first chief of our tribe. His ideals are what all members of the Sinsarak attempt to achieve. His known deeds are recorded as object lessons, and his life is an example to all elves. You would do well to study him. What do you know about somebody named Thawne? Little is known of this disgusting individual, except that he has taken a great interest in the Sinsarak. His purposes cannot be benign, but as of yet we cannot fathom his true intent. We only know his two toads, Vigore and Jarl, have been desecrating our land for over a month now. We have gathered that Thawne is a powerful fighter, but he is intelligent enough to let others do the fighting for him whenever possible. This also appears to be true with his bidding. I'm looking for an elf named Frosty. Jane Foster. She's a student of one of the most powerful and secretive elves in Seattle. She came to Seattle under mysterious circumstances and has worked with her patron ever since. She said that before your paths can cross, you must first seek the wisdom of the ancestors. I must go along with her desires and cannot yet take you to her. Return here when you have attained wisdom. Alright, well, I could use a lift. Alright. Attain wisdom. Okay, how the hell am I going to do that? I know I'm not engaged in a job. Paradise in the Medicine Lodge and Council Island. Okay, Council Island it is. I'm going to have to come back to the Sinsarak again at some point. Yeah, this ride's free. You're damn right. The Medicine Lodge. I don't remember where that is. I believe this is it. No. Salutations, weary traveler. I offer my services to you this fine day. Are you in need of a hot meal and off to bed? Yes. Easy money, chummer, I'll pay. Let's see, do I have any karma to spend? 23! I am 1 point away from my next rank in firearms. Maxed out computers. 9 electronics is pretty good. Increase firearms. Sorcery is maxed out. Go up to 8 in pistols. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. It occurs to me I forgot to mention, elves can have up to 8 charisma, which makes them ideal for fast talk situations. We're going to go ahead and upgrade pistols and then call this an episode. So we're coming up on that big ol' end of episode marker. I hope everybody's had some fun with this one. We're going to see what's going on with this whole attaining wisdom thing over the next few episodes. See y'all later.